A little bit louder. How's it going, boys? We got ourselves Hamburger on Team Blue coming back as a Boomkin. We got ourselves money back in as I think an Assassination rogue. We got Nikes and a Frost Death Knight, Obliv on that Assassination, and also pick a pillow on a Boomy, double Boomy for Team Blue with Athaman on Team Red as Red Pally carries a Fury Warrior in the back. We got Chet's back in. Well, playing that Arcane. We got ourselves Remu and Kane going to be the first one up as a Pharaoh. Trying to see if he can swipe out the rogue. Not gonna happen. It's gonna be him as a Pharaoh versus Obliv. Good luck and have fun, everybody. Rimuru, by the way, I should also mention, playing that Arms Warrior. We'll see how good it works out for him. Obliv get hit with a batch immediately as he opens up with a Garrote onto Kane. Does land the kidney shot, and just how hard is he gonna go for? That's gonna be Malik with the Crucible as well. That's gonna be quite a lot of damage. Kid has 50% health, cannot recover. Thorns coming out immediately with the wall right afterwards. Needs to get himself some sort of a heal. Actually taking a lot of pressure, and I think that's without a Vendetta is gonna go for another. That's all the walls out of for this man. Gonna get hit with a blind. Trinket available. Wants to save the Trinket for the stun with a Vendetta. So if Obliv just does not use Vendetta, Kid will eventually melt. Obliv still has evasion. So actually got himself a good setup. That's gonna be Garrote into a kidney shot. A Skin trying to get comp points. That's gonna be Trinket without Vendetta. Evasion is up. Is actually going to be able to chunk damage into Keen. Trying to reset onto the rogue. Not going to happen. Shadow Step, I think, is still available as he's trying to get him some distance away from Obliv. But Evasion is just going to keep him covered. Actually going to back up as Evasion ends. Wants to let the dodges do the work. Has Shadow Step kick. If he needs to bash short onto Obliv. Chicken side of it immediately. Has the offensive pressure. Hasn't used Vendetta roll. Trying to see if he can just dot Keen down. Gets a kidney shot as Thorns comes up. It still has enough health in order to land that kill. Obliv taking him out. Rimuru is going to be up next. Playing that Arms Warrior already. We got Obliv coming in, Assassination rogue coming out strong, and Kin just had to choose when does he want to trick, and Obliv hasn't used Vendetta on him at all. But Obliv is going to be an Assassination rogue, still has an advantage over the Arms Warrior by a mile with a Vendetta. No evasion, however, which would get hit through with overpowers either way. No advantage is available. It's going to land the opener onto Rimuru before a Stormbolt comes out, and it's looking just to dot and rot him. Maybe it's going to be a leap for Rimuru. Is playing Crucible as a defensive. Does get him some defensive stance. Hoping to get a leap charge. Not going to quite happen. Rimuru, the best he can do, I think, is bleed up the rogue with the... If he does play Rend, I think we need to bleed him up with the Rend. Bleed him up with the Mastery, and kite him actually somehow landing a charge. I guess it was a small bleed onto Obliv, unless he come out himself somehow into a disarm immediately. It's still sitting in defensive stance. It's going to be Obliv sprinting out of there. Does have maneuverability on its own to get him out, and Rimuru is trying to leverage the Underrot Trinket for a little bit of healing. Going to be a Vendetta finally on him. Not Trinket out of this. Has a Bladestorm to follow. Just trying to stay on Obliv. Not going to get slowed down. That's going to be advantage for Obliv. No way to deal with the bleeds, however, and Rimuru could maybe leap right on top of him. Does he roll a stun though? Does he roll the Stormbolt? I don't know if he does, but that's still a bleed onto Obliv for just a little bit longer. Not gonna stick around. The Rimuru is basically out of health. Is dropping down banner a little bit early in case a kidney shot coming down. It's gonna get hit with a kidney. Does he trigger that? I think he might have to. Does he even have an opportunity? No, he actually tried to see if maybe he could survive through it. He just decided, I'm gonna trust my Underrot Trinket. I'm gonna trust the defensive stance. Hopefully that won't be enough. And Obliv just got himself that lucky kill. Next up is gonna be Carry, playing out that Fury Warrior. So Arms Warrior couldn't do it. Feral couldn't do it. And is Obliv gonna go for a big old 1v5 Garrote onto carrying the opener. Kidney shot to follow. Chickens out of it immediately with a disarm onto Obliv. He still does hold on to a Trinket, however, so he'll at least have a way to deal with it. Gonna be Carry trying to get himself a big setup. Maledict onto Carry. Gets a short stun onto Obliv. Rampage rolling. That's quite a lot of damage. That's gonna be Bladestorm to follow to get himself out of slows. And Carry's gonna get an instant charge onto Obliv, but without a Trinket, that blind is gonna put him in a bad spot. Won't be able to continue the pressure, but at least he has quite a bit of health to work off of here. If he can somehow find a way to AoE out Obliv, then he might stand a chance. He waits in the corner, goes for food. That's gonna be a Garrote coming out, which is gonna always allow Carry to respond to that Garrote. Getting the shot onto Carry. He does have Underrot Trinket yet again. All these warriors, Stormbolt or Obliv, does the Trinket out of it. He does. Goes for immediate Trinket. Has evasion for this one. If things are gonna go bad, this is a perfect class to go up evasion for. Trying to Shadow Step past Gary. Not gonna happen as he hits him with the fear. Not letting him get back up. Not gonna get juked out. Shortest kid in the world. Carry actually landing a slow into Obliv. He does go for an evasion. And Carry still might have a spot. If he gets a Stormbolt here, past the evasion, he'll still have a chance here. Does he even roll Crucible? Smoke Bomb coming out. Oblivion's actually not looking that good. Trying to step it past Carry, but he's still in the bad spot. Axing is still ready, and Carry does. Slam out the Rogue, dropping down the banner. That is going to be quite BM, however. Quite a BM banner. Money is up next. Yet another Assassination Rogue. Carry seeing that Rogue goes for immediate disarm before the killer shot can get established by the Rogue. Try to chase after him. Come on, Shadow Step at that Carry. I was gonna say, is he just trying to get away from him? Maybe he's trying to get behind him. Shadow Step. I feel like that Shadow Step might have been used a little too early. Trinket out of the very first Stormbolt by Carry. And this is gonna go full defensive. Carry himself is actually going to go full offensive while healing with the rear regen. That's going to be his massive defensive down. Evasion up for money. Probably should use it a lot earlier to disallow Carry to heal. Underrod Trinket is going to continue giving Carry quite a bit of healing. It's not procced for him nearly as much as the last few Demon Hunter duels that we've had on NA as well as EU. But it's doing work for him. But yeah, I think it procced for him twice so far. I feel like if this was a Demon Hunter, it would have procced at least 20 billion times. I don't know why for Demon Hunters. I know that they have a whole leech playstyle, so Underrod Trinket is huge for them. Oh, wait, he actually did find him. He leapt right on top of him. Money kept walking at the guy. Probably should have turned in the other direction. Stormbolt onto Money. That's where Carry used to get a big rampage. It doesn't look like he has a massive rampage. That's going to be third Underrod proc for Carry. So far, he's 3 Underrod procs. A Demon Hunter would have had 8 at least. I swear to God. Something about their playstyle. The Underrod Trinket scales super well with him. That's going to be disarm onto Money. He cloaks the shadows. That's a last ditch effort, but that's going to be a good execute for him. Trying to Shadow Step past Carry. Killer shot to follow. Does not have a way out of it. That's the shortest killer shot ever. Vanish does come out for Money. And looks like I think he still got hit with a slow. But not enough to take him out of stealth. So Carry is looking for the guy desperately. Carry's going to pick up the eyes as soon as he can. Money is, unless you have a plan here, dude. Unless you got Blind back up and you got Vendetta back up. I don't know if you can win this. He's continuing to get himself heals. That's going to be a Stormbolt out of Carry. Does he have a Trinket? He does not. Going to be 20 more seconds until that is available. Bladestorm does go for a Mark Breath. Maybe a Killer Shot to Carry. Not going to happen. It's going to Shadow Step, Killer Shot him. Trinket coming out for Carry. Then next, 4th Underrod proc Trinket coming out. Actually reflected the Cyclone Shot Trinket back over at Money. Is hit him with a slow back-to-back. 6 minutes in, 11% dampening. Money still has quite a bit of heals here, but he is going to go down. Another flag for Carry. That bad manners is eventually going to come down for the guy. Good disarm coming out for Pick a Pillow. Also has Thorns up and running, so Carry can't even hit him. He doesn't even have the weapons to do it. He also is going to get a Reflector up and running, trying to get the big Rampage going onto the Thorns. Does not have the Rampage, though, so you couldn't quite turn it out of damage around back as a burst on the Pick a Pillow. As I fear to worry, if you get a Rampage going, that's a lot of little hits. Every single one of them gets reflected by Thorns. So if you have Reflect back up, and you use Rampage, and a couple other abilities during that short window of Reflect, you'll reflect so many Thorns back at the Feral, and basically burst them down. That's going to be Carry leaping back up after knocking himself off of the platform. Wasn't Pick a Pillow doing it. If you're onto Pika, he does trick it out of it. Slow coming out. Gonna be a disarm onto Pika right now, actually. Trying to get a disarm on Carry, but he's gonna have guaranteed Thorns. And Carry's just gonna have to play this a little bit defensively with those. No Rampages for that. That's exactly what he's doing. He's actually just gonna back up for a bit. Stormbolt to stop the Druid from casting. Trying not to go for huge damage. That's another proc. I think like a 5th proc of the Underrod Trinket. You can actually count all his procs at least in one hand so far. And that Pika is actually not looking that good. No. Bark's available for 10 seconds. In Bear from playing defensive. Another proc for the Underrod Trinket for Carry. The disarm does finally land. Maybe Pika can finally go and do something worth of damage. Trying to get as many instant casts as they can. Back to Bear from Bark's available, but he's in an execute range and down he goes. Carry flag and yet another one. Hamburger going to be up next. Why does this Boomkins have to go up against the Fury Warrior Hamburger? This will be your chance to do it, man. 8 minutes in, 21% dampening. Why does everybody have all these Boomkins? And Rogues, the classes that get pretty much stomped on by this good Fury Warrior. Why did these guys have to be the first ones in, man? That's just unfair. That's going to be Hamburger popping in all his cooldowns. Fireworks going up. Carry is just continuing on. It's going to be a Reflect onto the disarm. Hamburger is just going to try to take this up in bear form for a little bit. No more Barstein available. That's the Thorns for Carry. He's going to back up a little bit. Getting himself Bloodthirst in from time to time, but not really going in for full damage. He really wishes he had himself a good setup right now with a Reflect. Stun to Hamburger. He's going to trick it out of it. That is going to be one of his straight Sprocken, however, so he's going to lose out on a little bit of that damage. But he's going to be down for 40 seconds with a Fury Warrior just constantly hammering you. There's no way you could keep that thing for long, though. Plus, I feel like a dot heavy class. Like, Boomkins have Moonfire, Sunfire, but they're not quite a Shadow Priest. They're not quite an Affliction Warlock. They're not even quite a Feral with the dots that they can just put up from a distance and just AFK. Like all those classes can put up dots and it'll do quite a bit of damage without having to like add other abilities. Hamburger is actually just having to fight in bear form, and this man at this point is not even a Boomkin, he's a bear. Having to tussle with the muscle that is Carry. That's going to be a barter skin for him, and yeah, last ability for defense, needs to play the Thorns right. Carry could obliterate himself in Thorns. That's going to be a root onto Carry. Hamburger finally able to get a cast. Oh, gonna get hit with a disarm, but next time Hamburger has Thorns. That's gonna basically be the end game over, man. Reflect available for Carry. Actually used it a little bit early. Hamburger, if you can leverage that a little bit. Frenzied Regeneration, keeping himself alive. Thorns are up. Carry cannot hit it, so it is using Enraged Regeneration to just live through the Thorns. Wait, Thorns hasn't even come up yet. Hamburger hasn't even used them, it looks like. The cooldown's still up. Unless he used them and then canceled them. Which might have been what he did. It's going to be another root onto Carry. Bladestorming out of the intercepted after Hamburger, but he's already on the move. Gonna get a disarm onto Carry. Try to power shift out of the slows. Is going to finally escape the wrath of a warrior. 10 minutes in. Try to go for a heal. Crucible even going defensively. But he's just in a corner, man. He's, oh, wait, he actually got out. He actually got out of the scot-free. He actually snuck away past Carry. Carry is looking for that eye immediately. Hamburger needs to get himself some heals. He doesn't have enough health to survive right now. He does not have enough health. Is he actually just going to try to play peekaboo with the guy? I think he's actually going to go for a big old game of peekaboo. If Carry can just land that, I think he knows where it's at. Yeah, popping in bear form. Frenzied Regeneration coming in. He's going to get himself Crucible heal ASAP. The root onto Carry. Disarm available. Wait, did he reflect the trinket? He actually reflected one of Hamburger's trinkets, which puts a dot on the guy. Not the biggest dot in the world, but still a dot. Stormbolt and Hamburger trinkets out of immediately. Thorns are up. No reflect for Carry. He's gonna go Hambo. This way Hamburger can go for some damage. He's using whatever he can of instant cast in order to get as much damage going into Barkskin right after. Carry does not want to hit into those Thorns if he can help it. Figure onto Hamburger. And now he's gonna do some damage. Barkskin is going to protect Hamburger for a little bit, make it harder for him to die. Frenzied Regeneration is going to help him stay alive. Carry's Underrod Trinket is continuing to keep him afloat. That's going to be reflected a little bit early. Hamburger doesn't even have Thorns for that one, but he's going to be able to get a root up to Carry. Starbolt stopping him from casting a heal on himself. He better find an answer for this. This time to Carry a little bit early. Does land a charge regardless. Has all that rage saved up. Has a rampage he wants to go for. It's going to be huge. Reckless is coming in. Hamburger has Incarnation back up, though. He might be able to use the Incarnation to take down Carry. Carry won't have a cooldowns for defenses for a little bit. Thorns are up. That's going to be Reflect, though. Carry could not turn this around. Canceling those Thorns immediately. Warstorm coming out. Does he have maybe anything for Carry at all? Disarm or Root or anything. Hamburger barely has any health. Trying to stay alive. Stormbolt coming out in that execute range, and Carry does take him out. Fourth flag for the day, and Nyx is the last man left. Got that Crucible rolling into an immediate disarm. Rocking, well, basically the old school Frost Death Knight set. Kind of. It's a little modified. Harry, though, getting hit with a Maledict. Reflecting the Maledict. Is he reflecting the Maledict? He got hit by the Maledict, but then you popped Reflect a little bit late. And Nyx didn't get... Oh, that's the weirdest. That is so weird. Maledict interaction is so weird compared to how it used to be. Now that it does refreshes. Maybe you could like refreshed the... I don't even understand. I don't even know how to explain it. But maybe it's like when you pop Reflect as a text on you to add to that necrotic stack. And if its Reflect is up, it like immunes it. So then you're gone. You don't get it anymore. I don't understand. Because it looks like Nyx, he does have Death Pact. That is not from Maledict, but it's going to be Reflect available for Carry. Nyx barely has any health. Death Pact is giving him at least a bit of health. Carry just needs to get him low enough into that execute range. Nyx needs to get himself as much defensive as he can. Death Strikes are going to be important. As he gets Death Strikes, he gets Carry's health lower and lower. It's going to be execute for Carry versus Nyx is healing. Storm onto Carry. Actually, he's going to go down. He actually does go down as the Underrod Trinket proc does happen. Nyx actually does take down the killing spree that Carry was trying to set himself up for. And it looks like Chet's is going to give him the opportunity to at least get himself full food. He's just gripping him in just to get a Death Strike. I was thinking Chet's was actually going to be like, whoa, we fighting? But no, he's fine with it. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, heal off of me. I'll give myself a shield. Go ahead, do your thing. Yeah. No, you guys don't have a mage. Yeah, it's going to be rough without a mage. If you had a mage, this would be so easy. I think Nyx, you might just have to find a way to play around Chet's. I think he's trying to get a, like, okay, you can heal more. Like, he probably would give you opportunity to get a fully heal if possible, but with you having any health, yeah, that's all it took. That's all it took. And this high dampening is going to be hard. Carry went through so many people, back-to-back rogues, back-to-back Boomkins, and Hamburger tried to give it the best shot he could. Playing Boomy, you are playing behind, but he did such a good job, dude. He got so close. If the dampening wasn't as high, or maybe if the dampening was lower, he would have had a better chance. Either way, not a good start for us, but I'm still ready. 5 out of 5. All right.